Hey, Alfie. Hello. How you doing? Did you get Devil Blade Reboot? I bought it. I haven't played it yet. Doing my grinding on this first. How you doing, man? Yeah. I think they realized it's like the biggest exclusive that Epic has outside of Fortnite. And it's the hardest thing to run on the Steam Deck. It takes a lot to run the Kingdom Hearts games on Steam Deck. They do work. You can't play them already if you want, but there's a lot of sacrifices and stress you gotta deal with, so I'm going to assume that because they're putting it on there that they're going to make it compatible with Steam Deck without having to go through like 3 different programs like you do right now, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably get Kingdom Hearts 2 just to play on here. Yeah, it's like $13. All my shmup friends have been playing it today, so seems like it has their seal of approval. I'm not that great at shmups, but I do enjoy them casually. I'm not hardcore at them like the other stuff I play, but I do enjoy the casual shmup. That's why I really liked Gray's Counter. That game was like perfect for my skill level. Like better than average, but not like super sweat tier. I can't do like 1cc on the hardest difficulty and the true last boss stuff, but you know, I can like 1cc some of the games on normal or like novice. I'll probably try it later this stream, depending on how long this takes. Do one more run of this and then some regular runs. So I only have like one thing left to unlock. I've unlocked most of the characters. I've unlocked the entire crystal ball thing. I finished that just now. Almost done unlocking all the meta stuff in this game. Probably, I don't know, maybe by the end of the week, if I keep playing every day like I have been, should have a full file. Since I had to start over. hear about Toru Furuya, whatever his name is. That's been interesting to say the least. Wonder how they're going to react to that. Are they actually going to cancel him, or is he going to get a slap on the wrist like Cloud's voice actor? The guy lost like 2 roles for what he did. But what Furuya did is way worse, so I'm curious what's going to happen with that. Because he's on a lot of stuff that's never going to end, like One Piece. So you're going to have to address it at some point sooner than later. Like, he was supposed to be at MomoCon here in America tomorrow. Like, literally tomorrow. they had to cancel him, like, right away. I'm like, man, I can't imagine how... Can't imagine how hard that is to have to cancel somebody that was basically like almost already on the flight over. I don't know, getting canceled here in the entertainment industry in Japan seems like a real crapshoot, no matter how much they care. Like the guy that did Coke that was in Judgment, he got like canceled frame 1, but then Cloud's voice actor cheating on his wife for like over a decade with like 3 different women. They don't seem to care about that. I don't know, man. The guy that worked on Judgment decided to do some coke. I mean, is it really that big of a deal? If we canceled people over that over here, there'd be like no actors. There'd be no actors, no musicians. I don't know, man. I find it a little strange. That can just end your career, but stuff that Cloud's voice actor did, like, no one seems to care. They, like, patched the guy that did Coke, they, like, patched him out of the game entirely. You can't see his face in the game unless you have a 1.0 PS4 version from, like, 5 years ago. Like, that's enough to just end your career entirely, but stuff that those other guys did, nope. Doesn't seem to matter. I don't understand it personally. No, it's just in Japan, if you get caught doing drugs, it's like the end of your career most of the time. But doing like far more heinous stuff doesn't matter. as long as it's not drugs. It's just like here when San Andreas came out and all the publications were complaining about hot coffee, and parents could come in and worry about hot coffee. I'm like, if your kid knows how to access that mod, they're already looking at way worse stuff. I can guarantee you. Because you needed to know how to, like, find a Game Shark code on the internet and put it in. If your kid was smart enough to do that, you should, like, pay better attention to what he's doing on the internet, because clearly that's not his first rodeo. Like, parents, I worked at GameStop for a few months, and the parents could basically be like, if there was no intercourse in the game, they're fine with it. But we had to list, like, everything else that was in the game, and they never cared. As long as the kid couldn't get to hot coffee. That's all that mattered. Like, what? That's your one concern. Alright. There's also the other Yakuza's had that happen a couple times. There was the guy from Yakuza 4. He didn't actually do anything, but he got like accused of doing drugs, and that was enough to make him leave the industry. I heard that he came back eventually, but like that was pretty messed up. I don't really see why it's a big deal if they dabble with that stuff sometimes. Like, he didn't even do that. He got accused of it in, like, the tabloids or something. And he left, so they patched him out of that game, too. So if you play the remaster of Yakuza 4, it's just some generic guy's face. It's not him anymore. Even though he didn't actually do anything. He got accused of doing it. Alright. You have a guy that's in like one of the biggest game franchises, FF7. He like cheated on his wife for a decade, and he's like, it's like nothing happened. Like I can't even begin to understand it. I don't know. Japan's weird. They make a lot of stuff that we like to consume, but they're a very weird country. I just find it funny that they patched the guy that did coke. They like patched him out of the game, which makes it seem like about as bad as what Furuya did. Like, it's not even close. Like, the guy had a little fun. Does it matter? Apparently it does, because he got snorted out of the game. That seems a little bit extreme to me. I would expect that with, like, what happened with Furuya. I would expect that with him, for sure, but the guy did coke. I don't know. But like Kamen Rider Super 1's actor, like if he ever came back, like nobody would ever hire him. I think he would be like actually canceled. yeah, that's the guy's name. The guy that did coke and his career just went poof. Like, I don't know, man. They did that to like every popular musician in the 80s over here. There'd be like no musicians at all. There wouldn't be a single one. They would all be canceled. Be a complete creative apocalypse. The concern a lot of people had is that that guy voices Sabo on One Piece, and then he's also Yamcha too. And like, I don't follow One Piece, but I do know that Sabo is supposed to be doing stuff in the anime soon. And they're like wondering what's gonna happen. Are they just gonna keep him and pretend nothing happened, or are they going to speedrun finding a replacement? And then with Yamcha, it's kind of uncertain because the new Dragon Ball, I guess they turned into kids again for some stupid reason. I don't know why, but that's the whole gimmick. So maybe they can get around that. If they have to show him as an adult, they can get a replacement, and then the kid one will obviously be somebody else. With the tight anime schedule, they don't have a lot of time to decide. So they have like weeks at best to work all that out. going to affect Super Sentai as well, because Furuya was the voice of Aka Red. But I don't know how much that will matter. And Gokai Red is in like, he's in America like right now. I really wish I could go to Power Morphicon. But that con has its own drama because they're not being like MomoCon. Like Austin St. John is going to be there, and he's currently like, he's pleaded guilty to defrauding the government for the COVID protection plan, and they still have him there. They don't seem to care at all because they know he brings in money. Like the MomoCon, they canceled him. They canceled Furuya's appearance like 10 hours after the news came out, which is like an incredible turnover. There's a lot of you know, talk and stuff that has to go on for that to happen. But then like Power Morphicon, some people in the fandom are like protesting it because, you know, he shouldn't be there either. He shouldn't be there either, but he is, because he's a money maker, prints money, and he should not be there. And people, yeah, I think MomoCon is going to get like more business with him not being there, because they're going to get a reputation for being a convention that doesn't prioritize just making money. You know, if you have somebody problematic there, you should get rid of them. Power Morphicon is not doing that. Some of the actors didn't even want to go because he's there. It's interesting to say the least. That's the thing, though. A lot of people aren't going, and even guests don't want to go because he's there. Oh, I don't know how much money he brings in versus what he's making them lose. People don't want to go out of principle because he's there, and there's actors that have come out and said that they don't want to go because he's there. I don't know, man. They have a lot more interesting guests than him anyway. Like Gokai Red is there, and he's only been in America a couple times, like 2 or 3 times. Like nowhere near as much. Austin St. John has been at like probably hundreds of conventions. You know, like you want to meet him for whatever reason still. There's plenty of opportunities to do so. Like Gokai Red's actor is there. Kamen Rider Decade's actor is there. Like they're not going to be here that often. Like if I went to that convention, it would be to see them, and definitely not him, because he's, you know, he's local. Like not special that he's there at all. But the con staff apparently think that it's still worth having him there, even though it's given them a lot of bad publicity. They have good publicity from like actually having like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai actors there, but then they have bad publicity because Austin St. John is there. I don't know if it balances each other out. Very weird situation for sure. From what I've heard, last time Ryota Ozawa was there, his line was like way longer than Austin St. John's. His line was way longer. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, even if Austin St. John wasn't trying to speedrun ruining his career. It's just on the basis of, like, he's at every convention that does Power Ranger stuff. Actually, yeah, that's actually, the whole defrauding the government thing was why he was not in the 30th anniversary special, because he legally could not leave the country. And I just find that really funny, because people used to hate Rocky. They would always say that he sucked compared to Jason. And then, years later, Rocky's the only option they have for a Red Ranger. For that special, because Austin St. John got himself trapped in America because he was under trial and got arrested. We're like, yeah, Rocky's actually pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, Rocky didn't defraud the government. His actor didn't defraud the government. I think he's better by default. I've always felt bad for his actor because he, like, did a number of really good things for his other co-workers. He fought for them to get paid more because they were making, like, peanuts being on Power Rangers. They were making, like, no money on that show at all. And he really fought for them to get more money that they were worth. I don't know, Rocky, I feel like they set him up to be hated. You go back and watch those episodes as an adult, they basically did like a wrestling thing where they set him up to be hated. He had like barely any focus episodes, and they always wrote him as incompetent. And, like, it really was never the actor's fault. So I thought it was really cool that because of Austin St. John, he got a chance to shine in the special. And Like, he became the Red Ranger, and then they had, like, nothing for him to do. Okay, why does this, like, niche game that, like, only, like, people in their late 30s, early 40s going to play have this many guidelines? I've had less guidelines when I get, like, $60 games from Koei Tecmo. What the hell is this? This is the most random thing I've seen in a shmup. Like, does anybody care? It's an indie game. Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna watch, like, every video and copyright claim it or something? Even big companies don't do that. Unless you, like, get an early copy and you break the embargo and, like, put up the ending 2 weeks early or something. What the hell is this? I don't care. I just find it strange. Like, I've gotten games from big publishers, review keys, that have less restrictions than this. What? Alright. Why does an indie shmup have that many restrictions? This isn't a corporation, though. This was made by, like, one guy. Why does he care so much? I mean, it's an easy thing to comply with. I'm not complaining about that. I just find it odd. Like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna, like, watch every video and make copyright claims for, copyright claims for anybody that shows the ending? I've legit, like, gotten games from huge publishers like Koei Tecmo and Xseed and Nisa, and they have less restrictions than that. Now, those aren't, like, AAA games, yes, but they're still from large publishers who actually care about that stuff. And I've never experienced anything like that. Whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
God does not abide by your insistence.
I'm just picturing the guy, like, instead of, like, patching any bugs or anything, or adding in feedback suggestions and stuff, he's just, like, sitting there looking at streams like this and getting ready to copyright claim if I show the ending. He's got like 10 tabs open. He's got like 20 tabs open. His computer's like not able to handle any more streams or videos. Gotta make sure nobody's streaming that ending. This indie shmup that only people in their late 30s at the youngest are going to care about.
I return you all to ash. May God have mercy on you. Limiters off. Maximum output. Devil Blade, greater your strength. The glorious empire will never be destroyed. There's no way you're getting past me.
It's just like, how many resources are there to really even care? How many resources do you have to really care? Because big companies barely care. It's like jaywalking. You know, jaywalking is illegal, but like, unless a cop is like really looking to meet their quota, they don't care. Or unless you actually cause like some endangerment, like you make a car like have to hit the brakes really fast or something, then they'll do something. It's like most game companies don't want you to do it, but it's not actually enforced. The most that it's enforced is generally if, say, you get like, you know, Kingdom Hearts like 2 weeks early, and you know, it doesn't take long to get through that game. You could probably do it in a couple sittings. And you try to put up the ending before the embargo. You know, they'll take down their video, they'll blacklist you. You won't get any more keys. You'll get a DMCA claim and everything. But past that point, The streaming guidelines is just like, it's just like etiquette. You know, it's like they don't want you to do it, but they don't have a bunch of people sitting in a room watching every single video looking for somebody who's posting the ending. like they don't have anyone doing that at all. So it's weird to see it from a game made by like one guy. Like, does he have like 30 tabs open? Just like watching every single person uploading the video, and he's got his copyright claim ready to go. It's a great game, but I don't know, man. Seems a bit strange to me. Like, an example of this that's relevant to the channel would be when Dynasty Warriors 9 came out. I got the game 2 weeks early, and a bunch of other people did as well, other creators. And the port was awful, right? The port was awful. We all know that. It was bad on every platform. But the PC version was, like, worse. And there was one guy who was like an unsung hero in a way, because he put up a video like a week before the embargo lifted, showing how bad the port was. And then he got blacklisted. Because I asked the community manager, like, why is this video up? I have people posting this in my Discord, and I'm like, I was told I was not allowed to upload or stream or anything until the embargo. Or like, oh yeah, that guy broke embargo. You know, I know for a fact, you know, he does most of the social media stuff, like almost all of it. I know for a fact that guy does not have time to watch every single video, but that was an instance where it was blatant, right? Like, no one was supposed to be uploading anything. If you got the key from them, you're under a strict agreement, like, you cannot show anything from this game until the embargo. Or sometimes it's like certain parts of the game. Sometimes they'll be like, you know, you can only go to like chapter 5 out of 18 or something like that, or you can't show this certain cutscene. But usually, from my experience with the publishers that I've worked with, you usually just can't show anything. Nioh 2 had a really weird embargo, because that was like, he couldn't show the ending to that, which was weird because the game had been out on PS4 for like over a year. So I feel like at that point, anybody who actually wanted to watch the ending could have done it already. But it's one of those things where you can't complain, because they're giving you a game for free. You have to comply to their rules. But it's really weird to see an indie game do that. Maybe he like cloned himself or something, and he's watching every stream. If I show the ending, he's gonna come in here and copyright claim the stream or something. I don't know. There have been some people that have done that, though. They try to one-up everybody else who's complying by the rules, and they try to put up stuff early. It always backfires. I think the funny thing about when people do that is they think that it's going to grow their channel, but what happens is actually the opposite. The opposite happens because they get people that watch because they have the game early and they're breaking embargo because they didn't get it from the publisher. They got it early, like a mom and pop store sold it to them early, or Amazon shipped it early. But then, like, there's always two problems with that. First is anybody who's actually good at the game or is going to make good content is under embargo, meaning they're already playing it, but due to an agreement, they can't show anything from it, or they're very limited in what they can show. And then also those people always really suck at the games too, so it's like not even worth watching. It happens every time a big game comes out, and people are like, oh, somebody got Starfield early and they're terrible at the game. I'm like, well, what are you expecting? You want people that are good at it, you're going to have to wait until the embargo lifts. Because anybody that's actually trying to get some kind of notoriety or attention on here is going to have to follow those rules. Otherwise, you're going to get blacklisted, and then you're never going to get noticed. But, that's definitely the weirdest thing I've seen tonight. It's whatever, though. I don't know, do I feel like doing anything else? I kind of gotta do stuff in the morning. I need to work on cleaning my room, and I gotta do my laundry, and get some food. What else is there to play? I'll do one more Otherworld run, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. I'll do one more. Play Mario Builder 64? No. I would like to play the source port of Mario 64. Because it's a game I grew up with, but I don't have it. Sorry. It's a very random request. Normally it's people begging for Muso games. Mario Builder 64 is like the Mario Maker on the Mario 64 engine, right? Does that work on the source port? I'm not gonna play the crusty ass 64 version because I played that enough as a kid. I am interested in the source port of SN64 though. Let's play that game at a better frame rate, even though that was actually one of the better N64 games because it was like locked 30 FPS. A lot of N64 games are like 20 FPS or less. Mario 64 was like really well optimized. It stayed at 30 pretty much all the time. But yeah, it would be sick to play that at 144 or 60 on here. I'll have to look into that. Is that out? Don't tease me. Is that actually out? If that's out, I need to get that like right now. Yeah, I want that. I want Diddy Kong Racing recompiled. Mischief Makers. Castlevania 64. Star Fox 64. Blast Corps. Apparently somebody's working on Diddy Kong Racing recompiled. That game really needs it. Bless that game's heart, but it runs like buns. 30 FPS racing games are not great. So I hope that happens soon. I'm down. Basically just like all the N64 games that have, are like great games but run like shit. Just have them all like recompiled and play them on here. Got Majora's Mask. Mario 64 as a source port. There's Ship of Arcanian for Ocarina of Time. Those are like the main ones right now. There's a lot of lesser known games that could really use frame rate and resolution bump too. Mischief Makers actually was native 60 FPS, but it would be nice to upscale it. It's actually a video of 60 FPS N64 game, and it's like 6 minutes long or something. There's only a couple. I think most people actually can't name them, because there's very few, and most of them are not like the main popular games. There's stuff that's less popular. Like that Tom and Jerry Power Stone clone is 60 FPS somehow. Like, no one cares about that game, but it has some historical relevancy because it's one of the few 60 FPS games on the platform. Somehow, the programmers on that game were overpowered and managed to make it run at 60. Yeah, that Tom and Jerry Power Stone clone is like one of the best performing games on the platform somehow. Nintendo only put out like 260 FPS games on N64, as far as I know, and that's Smash and F-Zero X. And you can really tell if you go back and play F-Zero X how many sacrifices they had to make to get that game to run at 60. Like, even for an N64 game, it looks bad. The cars are like 4 polygons each. It looked pretty rough even when it was new. Like a brand new, modern game at the time. It looked really bad, but they knew that making it run at 30 would kind of defeat the purpose of it being called F-Zero. So they made as many sacrifices as they had to get it to run at 60. Yeah, the graphics in that game, even for its time, are pretty bad. Well, this guy at the bottom is totally just Donnie Yen. I mean, look at him. That's Donnie Yen. They have Donnie Yen in this game. That's totally just Donnie Yen in pixel art form. No one's gonna tell me that guy in the black gi is not Donnie Yen. That's definitely him. I know Donnie Yen when I see him. Big Donnie Yen. Alright folks, that's gonna do it for tonight. A little bit of a late boot up tonight. I'll be at my neighbor's house alone tonight, working with the cats and also doing my laundry. I'll be multitasking and working and feeding the cats and doing laundry. So there'll probably be another one of these streams, and I might actually play some Hades too, because they fixed the animation lock in that game. Take a break from Otherworld, maybe. So it's like the main game I've been playing. I've been really hooked on the game. They've made it a lot better. Made it a lot better since last time I played, to the point where I actually felt like starting over, because the PC version and the mobile version don't have cross save. for some reason, so it was kind of a hard sell to do everything from scratch, but as you can see there, I played like 10 hours when it came out on PC, and then the other 44 have been in the past week and a half, so I got pretty much all my stuff back, including all the new characters, so I still have a couple things left to unlock. Actually, only one thing left to unlock, which is the, what's it called? The Hunter's Dagger, and then one more band slot, and then it's pretty much just leveling up the other characters, so still quite a bit to do, but might take a while. I'll see you guys later, everybody. Thanks.